Welcome to the 2024 Economic Preparation and Depression channel. I'm your host, Tony. Thank you for joining me on this July 3rd, 2024, Wednesday midweek edition. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel for the latest interpretation of financial news as it becomes available and 100% pure, unadulterated truth news. So I appreciate your support as we continue. Today, we're just going to be talking about how the stock market ended lower today on the Dow Jones and how the S&P 500 and NASDAQ also was up, but it was a mixed reaction as the players in the economic space look for different things, such as more concerned about the labor market that is continuing to have stagnant crumbling in terms of continuing claims, maybe not initial claims, but continuing jobless claims continue to be a concern, as well as the unemployment rate, which is ticking up, by the way, as these months tick on. We're in the second half of the year, and things are going to be very interesting here as we continue on. So we're going to get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. S&P 500 NASDAQ finished at fresh closing records with bulls fully in control while Dow Jones lags. So the S&P 500 and NASDAQ, they finished up. Dow Jones finished down. And the Dow Jones finished down about 23.85 points, or less than 0.01%, at 39,308. Could it be that 40K is the cap for Dow Jones, or do you think Dow Jones is going to go to 50K if the Fed starts doing rate cuts before November or December? Do you think that's a possibility, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait and see. But I do know it seems like it's capped. It seems like it's the last few months it's been hanging around 38, 39. And it hasn't crossed 40K in quite some time, quite some sessions here. It fell for the first time in the past 3 sessions here. S&P 500, of course, ended up 28.01 points, or 0.50%. And then also Wednesday's level was the index's 33rd record close of the year. The NASDAQ composite also closed up by 159.54 points at 0.09%. So bull is a still bullish market, says Mark Hackett, Chief of Investment Research at the Ohio-based financial services company Nationwide. He added that even political uncertainty in the U.S. hasn't, quote, been enough to cause market weakness or volatility. So we haven't seen that so far, as what he says. And we haven't seen that. Now, in other news, Jeff Bezos aimed to sell 25 million Amazon shares, half of what he sold earlier. So a lot of this is share buybacks by big corporations, big money. The big companies are selling share buybacks, doing a lot of things like that, activities to pump up the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, as well as the Dow Jones. And we've seen that throughout the year as well. Gold price forecast by FX Empire here surges above key levels, eyes further gains. So gold confirms strength with a breakout above its 50-day moving average, aiming for higher targets at 23.88 and 24.94. Well, gold is finally moving in the right direction. I don't know if that's a sign of inflation increasing, but you would think, though, and I just hate to play devil's advocate, you would think that with all the inflation we've had over the last 3 to 5 years, you would think that gold would be at $5,000 by now, or even higher. Because I always say that, when the dollar loses purchasing power, then gold and silver is going to be your thing. Well, if that's the case, then gold should be at least $5,000 by now. But this slow incremental moving is what we're seeing on the charts here. Gold triggered a weekly bullish reversal on Wednesday with a rally to a high of 23.65 before encountering resistance. It's on track to close above last week's high of 23.40. Thereby confirming the strength of the breakout. We have to see if his little brother silver will follow, as it's currently above $30 right now, or right around $30 an ounce for silver. But we'll see if that breaks out as well. And many analysts believe that there's going to be a second breakout of $24.94 an ounce for gold. We'll see. I don't know. That's all dependent upon other things as well. The commodities have been kind of swinging back and forth. But if you're into gold or crypto, that both of those could be going up in the next couple of weeks here. Now, of course, Barron says the same thing. Dow Jones has ended lower, but the Fed officials, according to FXStreet.com article, are getting more concerned about the labor market. Fed Chair Jerome Powell says recent data suggests that they're getting back to a disinflationary path, and that unexpected labor marketing weakness could prompt a policy reaction. So the Fed might pivot soon. This article is claiming everybody's putting pressure on the Fed to pivot, because they say that the economy is softening in terms of 2 ways: the number of job openings that are actually being filled. Remember, there's a lot of phantom ghost job openings, like they advertise it, but it's not actually being filled. It's just either collecting a database of resumes, or things online, the computer screening them and putting it away for later, or the job market is softening in terms of taking people longer to find a newer, higher paying job if they left the job for whatever reason, family concerns or for a promotion or something. It's taking them longer to get that, up to a year, possibly even longer, a year and a half, to get a good paying job in this new economy that we have going on here. And then the third way it's going to impact us is that the labor market is being taken over, or being transitioned, like you said, to an automated technocratic society. Automation and AI is starting to come into play, and not just our blue collar manufacturing jobs, but in the white collar jobs and other jobs as well. AI and automation is going to affect all sectors of the economy. Unfortunately, some of it's good, some of it's bad. So that's what's really going on right here. We're transitioning, and they're concerned that they may have to go ahead and cut rates before November, December. That remains to be seen, ladies and gentlemen. So I just wanted to bring you that update here. I hope everyone has a wonderful, successful 4th of July Independence holiday, and thank God for all the freedoms that we have spiritually, emotionally, physically, and mentally to exercise our ability to create work, our ability to do work, and our ability to share things with one another, our family, our friends. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Everything else is temporary. We're not going to take it with us. Naked we came, naked we're going to go back into the grave. But, it is it's a blessing to be able to think and to go out and enjoy the fresh air, sunshine, and to think about these things and have community to think about these things as well. So I hope you have a blessed 4th Independence Day. The markets will be closed. Talk to you guys later on this weekend on Friday. God bless. Take care. And please be sure to tell your friends to subscribe. Thank you for listening.